It's Mr. McDonough from the library, which is behind me, and I am sitting on one of our library chairs outside. So you should come outside and hang out on our library lawn. It's super fun. So today is the third Gale Free Kids show. Woo! So stick around. We're gonna do a lot more songs today. The first one is Miss Kayla and her family are gonna sing us a song about some silly frogs. Then I am going to do a story that's also a song about a little bunny. And then Miss Kayla's coming back with a story from her garden, which we saw last week. So stick around, have fun, see you later.
Today we're going to be singing a song together called Five Green and Speckled Frogs. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Five green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were four green and speckled frogs. Four green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were three green and speckled frogs. Three green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were two green and speckled frogs. Two green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there was one green and speckled frog. One green and speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were no green and speckled frogs. Yay!
Hi everyone, I'm back. Did you miss me? There's a lot of noise out here. I'm sorry, did you miss me? Oh, okay, good. I'm so happy because I missed you. All right, so I'm going to read you a story. Little Bunny Foo Foo, told and sung by the Good Fairy, illustrated by Paul Brett Johnson. Now, this was a song I used to sing when I was just a little bunny, so maybe you'll learn it today too. You might already know it. I'll let you in on a secret. Good fairies do not like tomfoolery. That's why I had to keep my eye on little Bunny Foo Foo when he whipped up a batch of yucky mucky mud pies and headed for the forest. That doesn't look good. Do you think he was up to something nice? I repeat, that doesn't look good. Little Bunny Foo Foo is hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. Goodness. To be fair, little Bunny Foo Foo was not a bad bunny, not really, but he was very naughty. So I said, little Bunny Foo Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and popping them on the head. I'll give you 3 chances, and if you don't behave, I'll turn you into a goon. I thought that would be the end of that. But was it? Yeah, that doesn't look good. Little Bunny Foo Foo, hopping through the forest, scooping up the woodchucks and bopping them on the head. Oh my. He thinks he's so funny. Some bunnies just won't listen, so I said, Little Bunny Foo Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the woodchucks and bopping them on the head. Now, I'll give you 2 more chances, and if you don't behave, I'll turn you into a goon. It's not polite going around bopping people. Do you think he listened? Well, apparently now he's driving a tractor, so I would say the answer is no, he didn't listen. Little Bunny Foo Foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the foxes and bopping them on the head. Oh, and there's some bears. By now, I was getting more than a little cross. So I said, Little Bunny Foo Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the foxes and bopping them on the head. You've got 1 more chance, and if you don't behave, I'll turn you into a goon. I mean it. This head bopping will not, I repeat, will not do. Do you think he behaved? Well, that's a pretty big crane, so I would say no. Little Bunny Foo Foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the grizzly bears and bopping them on the head. Ay, ay, ay. You know, a good fairy can only take so much. So I said, Little Bunny Foo Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the grizzly bears and bopping them on the head. I gave you 3 chances, and you didn't behave. So now, I'm going to turn you into a goon. That's my magic sound. Like they say, hare today, goon tomorrow. Yuck, yuck, yuck. You see, this is kind of a joke because we say here today, gone tomorrow. And another word for another kind of rabbit is a hare. So hare today, goon tomorrow. It's a joke, get it? It's a good song. All right, so now I'm going to show you how you sing the song with your hands. I mean, you use your mouth to sing, obviously. But you use your hands to do other things, okay? So ready? Little Bunny Foo Foo was hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. Down came the good fairy, and she said, Little Bunny Foo Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you 3 chances, and if you don't behave, I'll turn you into a goon. Did Little Bunny Foo Foo listen? The next day, Little Rabbit Foo Foo was hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. Down came the good fairy, and she said, Little Rabbit Foo Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you 2 more chances, and if you don't behave, I'll turn you into a goon. Did Little Bunny Foo Foo listen? No. The next day, Little Bunny Foo Foo was hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. Down came the good fairy, and she said, Little Rabbit Foo Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I gave you 3 chances, but did you behave? No. So I'm going to turn you into a goon. Poof! So you know what they say. Hare today, goon tomorrow. Wah! Okay, see you later. Bye.
Hey, my library friends. We're back outside at my garden. And if you look way up there behind me, you can see the sunflower. It finally bloomed and it's absolutely gorgeous. Look how tall it is. I think it got even taller from the last time, if you can believe it. So it's such a beautiful day out here today. I wanted to do my story time outside. I can hear all kinds of critters. There's birds behind me. I hear a cricket chirping. I heard the heat bug, the June bug earlier. There's some other bugs that I don't even know what they are, but I can hear all the little sounds that they're making when you're quiet. And you can hear the breeze. It's beautiful. So today, our book is called Away with Wild Things. This book is about a little girl that absolutely loves to be outdoors. And this book is written by Larissa Theule, and it's illustrated by Sarah Palacios. So let's get started. Poppy Ann Fields likes bugs. They were her friends. She sat among the wildflowers, listening patiently to the cicadas' newest symphony. She coaxed the shy roly-poly out of her shell. When the ants marched over her, Poppy let them, even though she was ticklish. She recognized the spider mama's weaving for what it was, a magnificent art. And she spent long afternoons talking with the ladybugs about shapes and colors and the heights of flowers. But when people came around, Poppy preferred to disappear into the background. At parties, she hid in stripes. Can you see Poppy in that picture? She's hiding. And in big, bright florals. Can you see her? She's camouflaging. She became a landscape and a tree. She was the pouring rain and a brocade drape. A leopard in a menagerie. See her? A menagerie is a whole collection of animals. When Grandma Phyllis turned 100, Poppy stood watching the party. See if you can find Poppy. You see her? Guests milled about, coming together to hug and shake hands. Some people danced, children ran. They looked like colorful leaves falling into each other, then drifting apart. A small wind blew across the garden. On it rode a dragonfly. He landed on the cake. His wings shimmered in the sun. Look at that beautiful dragonfly on that yummy cake. Her whole heart glad, Poppy clapped her hands. Uncle Dan said, "Poppy Ann Fields, you wallflower, you. So that's where you've been hiding this time." His voice vibrated louder than 1,000 cicadas. Guests stopped milling about. Poppy froze. Every eye fell upon her. She was scared down to her toes. The dragonfly flew off the cake. And landed in her hand. Someone gasped. "Would you look at that? It flew to her like it knows her." Poppy's got away with wild things, said Grandma Phyllis. Look at that. Do you think you could have a dragonfly land on your hand? Maybe if you sat still enough. Everyone came in for a closer look. Poppy's feet refused to move. She would have liked to run to the trees beyond the garden. She wished the people would all turn away and leave her alone. She couldn't look at them. So she looked at the dragonfly, soft and fragile in her hands. Here she is. She knew the dragonfly had come here for her. The cicada's symphony swelled among the trees. The wind lifted her hair, cooled her face, and she breathed. The scientific name is Anospatera, said Poppy softly, but clearly. You wildflower, you, whispered Grandma Phyllis. The small wind still blew. Poppy knew she was not a wallflower. Leaves and wings fluttered to the beat of her heart. No, not a wallflower. Look how cute. Not a wallflower. A wildflower. There's Poppy, all in the field of wildflowers. And this is all the animals that we saw in the book. We have a butterfly, and a cicada, and a dragonfly, ladybug. There's a praying mantis, and roly-polies, and spiders. So I bet you have lots of wildflowers out in your yard. Or maybe some bugs. You should go outside and look. If you look around in the ground, I bet you can find some of the bugs that we saw in Poppy's book. Thanks for joining me for the story time. I hope you had fun. Bye.